getting ready to record some drums. Isaiah will play drums on a track we're working on called Havana, a cover song. So as you see me, I'm going to ask him to play the kick drum, the snare drum, each individual tom, and eventually the overheads. What we're trying to do is avoid clipping on individual channels as we record. Let's do the kick drum. So now we've set all the levels on each individual drum and have an overall rough mix as we record on Havana. And we're ready to go. Okay, so this is just going to be a dry run so he can get used to the sound and tell me if he needs more of the track or more or less of his drums and so on. Alright, so now the only thing that's changed is that I'm recording. And that usually makes the artist very nervous. Okay, here we go. Okay, we've recorded 2 passes with the drums, and our second pass, as we were playing it back, we noticed kind of an awkwardness in how it felt with the track. So we weren't sure what was happening, so we tried an experiment. First I want to show you what we've been listening to before we made a change, and then I'll show you how we made the change. So here's the way the track sounded when we first played it back after our second drum pass. And you'll hear the awkwardness I'm talking about in 3 more measures, or 1 more measure, 2, 3. Okay, so you may or may not have heard that we were dissatisfied with the way it felt. It just didn't feel like we were real in lockstep with each other. So I'm going to magnify the screen, and you can zoom in on this if you'd like. And we kind of discovered the problem. These are the 7 inputs for the drums. It shows 6, but one of them is stereo. So, and this top 2 rows is the kick and the snare. And if I really magnify these, you can see that in relation to the measure line, here's beat 1 of measure 18. Here's the kick, and it's early. Here's a snare, and it's early on the backbeat at measure 2. So I'm going to take the whole drum part and rubber band them together like this to make sure I move the whole drum part. If you move part of it, you're going to create a really bad mess. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this kick drum and move it closer to being right on the beat. As you can see, it's been early, and that's causing that awkwardness in the rhythm. So I'm going to slowly drag this over so that that kick drum is kind of right on the beat. And the drummer was doing a great job within his own rhythm, so his snare drum consequently is going to be right on the backbeat. So here's the kick, here's the snare, and I moved it so it's right on. Now I'm going to go back and we'll listen to that. I'll make this go back, and we'll go to that same measure where he comes in a little more dominant. So here it comes, and it'll have a lot smoother feel. 3. You can move that less or more to suit your own taste and the feel that you want to create in your song. So there you go. We made a little alteration on the drum part. Thanks.